Shalom and good evening. Welcome to Blackness and Dragons. We are a D&D 5e actual play podcast. I am A. Jordan Lambert. My pronouns are she, her, and I am the DM around here in these parts. You know who else is around here in these parts? DK.
I don't know how I knew you were going to throw it to me, but I did know that. Hi, hello, I'm DK, at Ebba Darlings on Twitter and at More Goes in this game. Do you know who's not More Goes in this game? Kiki.
Yep, I definitely am not. I am Buffy Jenkins, and the name matches the energy. Because we gonna get real in here. You know who keeps it real all the time? My friend Moses.
Oh yeah, thank you. My friends like to refer to me as the when keeping it real goes real wrong. But you know who's never wrong? My boy Jeff.
You're not Jeff. I can see it on the screen.
Yeah.
Darn it! It's not fun. It's less fun that way. Well, anyway. Oh man, that was kind of my whole bit. I guess just back to you then. Didn't really have anything else prepared. Oh, support unions. Just in case any unions happen to strike in the next month or so, support them.
Anybody in this room who might be a part of a union that might strike next month?
Yeah. Or part of 3 unions that might strike separately for any given reason. I don't know.
And speaking of unions, I also got to say that the Pinkertons aren't cool, and you should never send them to your house. And if you want to reevaluate supporting companies that do that, I support you because I'm reevaluating that myself. But we are going to keep playing this game because we already started it.
Also, Pinkertons are just mall cops.
Moses volunteered to do the Black History quote tonight. And before he does it, I do just want to be serious for half a second and say, rest in peace, Harry Belafonte. I would love to call you an inspiration, but after watching this show, I don't know if that's fair to you and your legacy.
What are you talking about? We are real actors. Acting.
Consummate professionals.
Mm-hmm.
Consummate.
He was great as Darth Vader.
All right, Moses, take it away.
Yeah. Pretend there's like a solid 5 minutes of silence before I say this. Guys, I'm being told that's curfew, so that's the end of the show. Thank you so much.
Well played.
Thanks.
That's good. That was real. Damn, that was real good. Yeah, that's gonna go down as Black History for sure. Does anybody want to attempt to recap last week's session? I know we just talked about this and none of us remember, but somebody just take a free inspiration. Just say some shit.
I
have an abundance, so if someone else wants to take this away, go for it.
I volunteer as tribute.
All right.
So last we left our heroes, they were on their way to this new town to get I believe the ring. No, the chicken wing, from a Blackula of sorts. We go there. I mean, I'm taking my free one anyway, so your face.
Just take the inspiration.
I gotta get to the kids because I did some stuff with some kids, and so they're
not like that.
No.
You should have thought about that sentence before you said it.
I did. So we go to this house. I remembered that there's kids kept in a basement, and the rest of the gang remembered that there's a Blackula that they have to get to. But I forget if it's like Cardi B and Little Kim, or if it's like the ratchet versions of the Muses and the Hercules cartoon. But those ladies come up and like try to entice them. Me and the kids go stomp on Blackula while he's asleep. And then they come down and then they stomp on the Hercules muses, and then we part ways.
Yeah, chat's going off right now with their versions of the recap. And speaking of the recap, they did mention that amazing GIF that was made by @PartTimeMage on Twitter of what happened last session with Blackula crit failing on being awake, and Moses and the kids just murking him out.
Just getting stomped out.
Yeah, it was a great time. That's more or less ish what happened. Basically, you guys went to Barovia in search of Morgauss's book, and instead of repeating the sins of last time, Moses, in a move of sheer genius, gave his healing potion to all the children, healed them at full health, and then let them get their revenge on Blackula and his brides. Yeah, and you guys left for your next city, which is where we're going to pick up. You guys hit the road, and we've had a couple of outfit changes. So just out of curiosity, what is everybody wearing right now?
Margot's has changed into an incredibly unsubtle, deep purple riding suit.
You know, I'm gonna just keep it real and say that because we're traveling, I'm in my pajamas and it don't really matter right now.
Can I be in my same clothes that I was in before, but I made a burlap sack into like a little snuggie, and so I have that on top of my stuff?
I mean, yes, you can say that, but also y'all do have hella money. You could just buy a snuggie if you want one.
No, I'm a DIY bitch.
All right, I support that. Jeff?
I've got armor, but I've also got like lots of cloth to make it look like flowy robe. So just for whenever I stand in the wind holding my sword, there's something that's like flowy.
But you still got your Birkenstocks too.
Yeah, they're super comfortable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Socks and sandals. You haven't been outdated yet.
Mm-mm.
All right, you guys, you hit the road. It is quite a bit of a journey. I can understand why Moses would want to be in a snuggie and Buffy would want to be in her jams, because even though you left Barovia at night, you don't get to the salt marsh until about midday. And as you get there, the smell of ocean water just assaults you. The air is heavy with mist and salt water sprays.
Us? Well done, Jordan.
Take it.
Birkenstocks and socks. Woo!
Woo! It's a busy, bustling seaport, and there are tons of humans running around. There's dwarves, goblins, all types of folks and beings. Nothing out of the ordinary to you at this point. You notice that you are in a quintessential port town or a fishing village, and you can tell that it used to be really nice and rich, but it's probably gone through a hard time. So things are looking a little bit poor. There are a few taverns and inns, there's a forge, and there's a farmer's market. But the thing that stands out the most to you is that there are posters everywhere asking for adventurers. They're plastered all over the town. There's someone looking for a group of adventurers to salvage a wrecked ship. And it tells you to call his manservant, Jerome, if you're interested in doing this. And as you guys are getting out of the wagon and stretching, you notice all this. But before you can say anything to each other, you hear very small but fast footsteps behind you.
Oh no.
I'm gonna turn immediately and like begin to like swat whatever I think is like trying to come at us and just bat it down.
You do that, and when you turn around, you realize it's the boy that DK rolled for last session, the little guy from Newsies, and he dodges you and he puts his hands on his knees and he's like really like he's out of breath, and he pauses for a second, and then finally he looks at Morgauss and he says, Got a message for you in return, ma'am.
Oh.
And hands you an envelope, and it is very pink and frilly, and if you put it to your nose, you would notice that it was perfumed.
I'm extremely gay. Sorry, my gay brain just shut down all other systems. Okay. Can I just like real quick lay on hands the boy for 5 points just so he can breathe?
Yes,
normally
absolutely.
again, just
Absolutely.
to help him out a little bit.
You do that, and then he like stands up straight, and, like pulls his vest down and straightens his little cap. Oh, thank you, miss.
No, thank you. Thank you so much for taking it and actually for bringing this back to me. And I'm just gonna dig for like more money or some jewels or whatever kind of stupid wealth we have and overpay him.
Yeah. You definitely overpay him. And he says,
Give
all
her
right,
one of those
thank you.
Fabergé eggs.
I think Kiki might stab me in my sleep if I give him one of the Fabergé eggs.
Yeah, you need to watch yourself, sir. These eggs have purposes, okay?
And I don't mean Buffy. I mean real life Kiki might come find me and stab me in my sleep.
Probably.
You overpay the boy, and he takes his cap off and does a big bow. Oh, thank you, miss. If you need any other messages, I'm available.
Okay, and what's your name? I'm so sorry. I've been calling you boy this whole time in my head. What's your name?
Jacques.
Jacques. Okay, thank you so much, Jacques.
And Jacques toddles off to do whatever, God knows what, with his newfound wealth.
His family's getting a new house.
Right? It's Christmas Day. Are you going to open that envelope?
Yes.
While she opens it, I turn to the group and I say, I guess he's the Jock of Hearts. And then I hold up the Queen of Spades. I'm like, fuck. Oh, shit.
Can you roll Constitution, Morgause?
This feels right. This feels correct for life. Oh, okay. A save?
Yeah.
So many gay things are happening in my brain. It's making me much worse at math. 19 plus 7, whatever that is, 26.
Okay, yeah. You pass. That's a con save. So you read the letter very quickly with no side effects. And the tiefling armorer has thanked you very graciously for the dagger that you sent to her, and says that she very much hopes you return safely on your trip. If not, there is a tracker in the cursed sword that Darius has, so she'll always be able to find you. And she also says, and here's this for your trouble. And it looks like a Ritz cracker, but you can tell that it is magical in somehow. This is a new item that I am giving to the group, thanks to our lovely friend. It is called Cracker. If you activate this magical Ritz, a white person will show up and help get you out of a jam.
That's real great.
That's wonderful, because I just
I don't
have a white person just real close by.
We have Jake.
That's true. But I also just have a white person who I can just call, who will just come in here and offer a solution without any context. So, well, okay. I will tuck the actual letter inside of my jacket and then turn to Buffy and hold up the cracker and say, do you mind if I put this in Jan?
I mean, I don't want crumbs in her, but like,
I don't think it'll make crumbs.
Okay.
I just don't want to like trip and fall on it and smash it to smithereens because it looks like it's probably going to be pretty useful for our outfit specifically.
Jan, what do you think?
It's okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Jan. And I will feed the cracker to Jan. Also, the whole time you were talking, my stupid ass was thinking about creme de la Edgar, so it took me a very long time to figure out what was happening.
Creme de la creme a la Edgar looked like the most delicious thing that has ever existed, and I'm so upset that I can't eat it in real life.
You said there was a cracker and it was magical, and I was like, holy shit, is this creme de la creme?
There are two things that I'm upset I can't ever eat. The creme de la creme a la Edgar and the Never food from Hook.
The Never food from Hook looks like it slaps so hard.
Right? All right. Everybody's in town. You are out of the wagon. DK has read her letter, and all around are the posters looking for adventurers. What will y'all do? You're Moses.
I take offense that you said I'm Moses. I'm Jeff. Hope we don't play that. I remember that there was like a bomb weed store.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna make a beeline to that place.
Moses walks off.
What? Damn it. I'm gonna put our Cerberus puppy that I forgot about on a leash.
Yeah.
And take him with me.
Yeah, Fluffy Cannon.
Fluffy Cannon.
Jeff? Buffy?
I'm gonna reach into my pocket and see if I can bring back a cashmere or a goat friend, because I do feel a little bit lonely today. And I reach into my pocket and I'm like, come on, tiny goat. And then I toss a little for a ball and a lion pops out. And I'm like, you are not a goat, but you'll do. And then we go on a Jeff and Lion or a Darius and Lion adventure.
But you just
Is that it?
is that allowed?
Do we just have a lion now?
Yeah, for a day. And you can trust me because I'm not Lion. Moses gets it. Moses gets it.
Oh, Moses, who's currently left.
Moses giving a standing ovation.
I was really enjoying that
Legit silent standing ovation.
It's a silent movie.
All right. Moses enters the dispensary. There are a couple of human women working behind it. They're young. They look pretty bored.
Why are we always bored at the dispensary?
Right? Why are they so bored? There's a couple of bored young human women behind the counter, and Moses enters. DK and Fluffy Cannon follow. And one of the girls looks at Fluffy Cannon and doesn't say anything. Buffy, I'm assuming you follow after DK and the pup.
I'm gonna show up a little late because I have to take off my pajamas. Like,
You right?
Darius and the lion follow.
The lion's name is now Veritas, and yes, we follow.
That goes off.
One of the girls looks at the group, the three of you, and says, okay, well, that lion certainly can't be in here. I don't know what's up with your puppy, but I'm going to call it a service animal and say it can stay for now as long as it's well behaved. How can we help you?
Yeah, I need whatever this can buy me. And I drop a satchel like stacked full of gold coins.
Money bags over here.
Okay. And one of them starts doing the things like, when you pay with change and the person is like very rapidly counting the change because they work with money all day long, so they go super fast. And the other one pulls out a brown paper bag and just starts packing random assortments of cannabis products into it.
While they're doing that, I'm going to turn to the group. This stuff hits like different. It hits different. Trust me, it's gonna be. Ooh, woo.
I'm gonna walk through the door in my swimsuit because we're in a beach town and I really had no idea we were going to the dispensary.
You walk in and one of the girls looks at you and like the whole group and the lion out by the door and then looks at her coworker and is like, I really should not have taken that last dab. I should not. And she hands you the paper bag full of goodies, Moses.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Also, I don't know, here. And then I'm gonna have like another like tinier satchel stack full of gold coins. Tip. Whatever. And I'm gonna start headed out and like going through my bag just to see like all the good stuff. Also, I come back in. It's our first time here, so I think we all get free amenities. 1, 2, 3. The lion, the cub. That's 7 freebies, please.
And one of them looks at you for a minute and is like, are you sure it's your first time? There was a thing with you and a goat? And then she just shakes her head and gives you 7 pre-rolls and says, no. Here. And she gives you 7 pre-rolls and says, bye. Have a nice day. Just bye. Goodbye.
I'm going to grab the freebies, but I'm not going to like, I have my eyes fixated on her the entire time. Like, what the fuck? As I walk out, open the door with my foot, and then sprint down the way to Violet.
Yeah, you guys all regroup at the wagon. What's the next step?
So are we not going to the beach? Because why the fuck else are we here?
Oh. I think my photo's here. Wait.
Oh.
Is that why we're here? I don't know. And I'm gonna immediately pop off one of the freebies and then start smoking to get my juices flowing.
I'm gonna put some pants over my swimsuit begrudgingly.
I've been online back this entire time, and the lion's mane and my like fro have like started to like meld. Not literally, but like it is like, where is Darius? Where is Veritas? The line is being blurred.
Moses, roll insight.
With advantage? What am I thinking?
Yes, sir.
Insight? Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
12?
On a 12, you absolutely remember that your photo is here.
Can I also remember, because we're supposed to speak to the guy already?
You have not spoken to anyone yet.
If I know the name, like me as Moses, not
Yeah.
Moses, if I know the name, will you give it to me?
Yeah.
Bigglebottom.
Jeans, boots with the fur.
Bentsworth.
Boo Boo Jenkins. Boo Boo the Fool.
Bobo the Clown? All right, never mind. I guess I don't remember his name.
I just really enjoyed that bit. I'm gonna chat you the name. Keep going, guys.
Bartholomew Brown.
Not one of my low friends.
Bobo the Boo Boo? Where are you chatting us at?
Jabari.
NVOD.
Oh.
VDO. Whatever this thing is called.
Jerome.
Jerome. Well, that's a
And
name.
It just clicks. Jerome. We're supposed to chat with Jerome. It's supposed to be a little guy scampering around here. And I'm gonna try to like look out in the crowd while also smoking my dank ass Oceanside weed.
does this alarm any of the rest of you?
Now Maui Wowie has magical powers.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are not perplexed at all by Moses talking to himself, by him and Buffy going back and forth saying random names. And as he's looking through the crowd, after saying the name of Jerome several times, you suddenly hear footsteps behind you again, but these footsteps sound very odd. The gate is kind of off and they're very wet sounding. And when you turn around, you do see, for lack of a better word, just a weird little guy. It's a bullywog, which, if we don't remember, is a frog person. So basically, Mr. Toad from Mr. Toad Wild Ride is standing right behind you guys.
This the boy. This is the boy right here. Yo, my dude.
Yes, I'm the boy. I am the boy. I'm that
Hello,
boy.
boy. Hello, that boy.
Here comes that boy.
Are you here for the quest?
Pre-roll.
Yeah. Yeah, we're supposed to be hopping on getting some treasure, right? Is that right?
Yes, yeah. My lord, he is paying people to go get the treasure off the ship that's run aground.
Buffy, you wanted to go to the beach?
But I don't want to go deep sea diving and shit.
Look, it's not deep sea, it's on the sea. We're going to the beach and then just a little bit further. Look how much money Moses just spent on whatever kind of weed this place produces. We should probably at least try and get more.
Whatever. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Do you want a gummy?
Sure, I'll take a gummy.
I hate to say this, but I'm in agreement with Buffy because as the owner of a lion, can I call myself a owner, friend, responsible party? You know, I don't think that seafaring is for us. If I had gotten a goat, would have been fine, but a lion. I don't know.
Lions are perfectly safe on the ocean.
Oh, okay. Then sorry, Buffy.
I can't win here. I'm
gonna turn back to that boy. Take us to the guy, man. Take us to the guy. Let's go. Let's go.
Right this way.
Just meet more gummies.
And he leads you to a very interesting looking mansion. It's definitely not like as rich as the one where you guys ran the con and stole the Fabergé eggs from. It probably was at one point. It's kind of fallen into disrepair. That being said, when you enter the home, you can very much tell that whoever lives here absolutely knows a lot about magic. And that boy leads you inside the house and says, all right, go ahead, take a seat. I just got to bring Sir downstairs. He's got a contract for you to sign and we're ready to go.
Actually, are you going to bring him down here?
Yeah. He's just upstairs having his afternoon constitutional.
I mean, can we go with you?
I mean, if you to wake him up from his nap,
Yeah.
roll persuasion.
Oh. Nine.
Oh yeah, 9's not gonna do it. Jerome was like, "Nah, I'll just bring him down here to go super fast. He'll you guys will sign everything. He'll give you the keys to his boat. Everything will be fine."
All right, do what you do.
And Jerome walks upstairs. Is there anything you'd like to do while he's gone?
You know, it feels magical in here. So why not test the magic in here? Is there anything in this room that just radiates an immense amount of magical energy?
Roll investigation.
Investigation?
Investigation.
All right, fine. 14.
On a 14, there's lots of weird stuff in the house, and you are drawn to the clock that is on the mantle over the fireplace. And you're not necessarily sure what it does or how it does it, but you can tell that there's something magical happening with this clock.
This looks like a cool little timepiece. It's not really
Did
making.
you just call it a timepiece?
Yeah.
Nerd.
Damn. Making friends with a lion has changed you.
I know.
I feel powerful. I don't know. I don't think I like who I'm becoming.
You know what? I'm just gonna leave it up to the gummy hitting and be like, is this clock talking or not ticking? Because whatever's doing it's wrong.
I'm gonna come over and take a look because I have not partaken in any gummies yet.
Moses checking the jar of gummies at you. Are you rolling for it, DK?
Yeah, I think as I'm like walking up
Yeah.
to look at the clock, I'm also reaching into the bag. I'm just kind of 19.
On a 19, you know that whatever is up with this clock, it's cursed. And not in the funny way that like Pierre is cursed, like Bad News Bear is cursed.
I'm gonna pop the gummy into my mouth and just kind of gently take Buffy by the wrist and start to back up and say, "Bad clock. Bad clock. This is a bad clock. We shouldn't touch this. This one might like suck the life out of us or something. I don't know, but I don't like the look of it."
Are you telling me that you're afraid of a timepiece? I don't know who I'm becoming, but like I guess this is who I am now.
That's 100% what I'm telling you, because I like the way that I look and I like my skin taut and smooth, and I don't know what that clock's gonna do to it.
Okay, so we're afraid of big watches now. Okay, and then I like palm the clock and I like pick it up.
I'm gonna
and, like,
smack
this is
his
what we-
hand before he
Ow!
Yeah.
he grabs it,
Why?
and then I'm gonna turn back and just stare down the hall, waiting for Joe to come back.
As you turn to stare down the hall, you definitely hear the flip flap of his little frog feet, and then you hear grown man feet behind him. And the bullywog looks at you all and he says, "Yes, this is the master of the house, sir. These are the adventurers."
Hello.
Hi.
And he definitely just woke up from his nap. He's got on like a red velvet like house smoking jacket and like one of those little hats with the ball on the end.
Getting that honk shoe.
Yeah, exactly. He was getting that nice honk shoe in the middle of the day. And this old man looks at you and he says, "Oh yes, a rugged group of adventurers indeed. So I'm sure that Jerome has already explained to you what the mission is.
What's up with the clock?
Don't ask about the clock."
But I already asked about the clock, and now I want to know.
I said don't ask about the clock.
I can't go back in time and not ask. I've already asked. So tell me not to ask. That's like if I ate something that's poison and you say don't eat the poison thing. I already ate it.
It's got a really ugly energy though. Like it just feels wrong. It talks, it doesn't tick. That's weird, man. And who are you?
He looks at all four of you and says, "You think I got this old naturally?"
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Don't touch the goddamn clock.
What she said. Now, about the boat. Are you ready?
Yeah, your price is doubled though.
I'll give you half the treasure and that thing you're looking for.
What about 3/4 of the treasure?
Now hold on a minute. How would you know about that? How would you know about that?
How would I know about that?
Just out of curiosity, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but would it be entirely beyond the pale to ask if you've seen us before?
I said don't ask about the clock.
Understood.
And he holds out a contract for you. He holds out a contract like up like this, takes a pin out of his smoking jacket pocket and like quickly crosses a couple of things out and like changes and adjusts the pay rate since you guys just made that negotiation, and then hands it to you, Morgause.
Can I just whatever roll I got to do real quick to make sure we're not gonna get fucked?
Yeah, I would call that. Well, I like using religion because of the character that you're playing, so let's do that.
Yeah. 17.
Yeah, it's a standard contract. You skim it really quickly, and you know it's just him saying that like you guys are going to borrow his boat, go out to the ship that run aground, got the treasure, bring it back. You get half of it and the thing you're looking for.
Cool. I'm gonna sign it real big like John Hancock, half the page. Just
who did that man think he was?
half the. There are other people after you, John. Selfish.
The first person signed in a yearbook.
Exactly.
I imagine it that he was just like fighting for the cause for a really long time. Like he's like, we need a fucking constitution.
And he was like, it's time.
Yeah. He's basically just so y'all remember.
Let's go, people.
I just like to imagine that he has no spatial reasoning. Like he's the friend who never is parked in the lines. And you're like, John, you got to straighten out. And he's like, what? It's parked.
Maybe he thought that everybody was going to get their own copy to sign. And then like he found out later, it's like, oh yeah, no, I just wanted to show how much I care about America. Like
I signed as big as my love for America. Oh, I gotta go.
We're so patriotic, man. Like, we care so much about this nation.
You guys signed everything. Jerome says,
can I not sign because Ariel did that? And that shit just never goes well.
Oh, that's why I signed for all of us.
Yeah, exactly. I'm playing it as Morgause signed for everybody.
Can I perceive? I imagine after he mentioned that he kind of knows us, or not to ask about the clock. I lock eyes with him like I locked eyes with that one lady that bugged out at the store.
Uh-huh.
Can I perceive if there's like any nefarious vibes coming off since I am so high?
Roll perception.
11. Can I use my inspiration?
Yeah.
That dice is evil.
It is. 14.
What did you say?
14.
I heard Ovaltine, and I was like, that ain't no number.
Ovaltine?
That's a Greek.
I'm just telling you what the dice says. It's
More Ovaltine,
More
please.
Ovaltine, please. On a, on a 14, you can tell that this weird old man, he may be into shady things, but he's not going to do anything shady to you. I feel like it's that one friend that we all had in high school that, like, you knew he was in a gang and you knew he might shank people on the weekends, but he's never going to shank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's this guy.
Jordan, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
I have a question about whether or not you'll let me stretch the boundaries of something.
Here's the thing. I'm going to say, first of all, present it to me. And also, you guys do have your phone a DM card. So.
When I finish signing, want to shake Jerome's hand to seal the deal. And if he will allow me, I'm willing to pour all of my remaining lay on hands points into trying to reverse the condition that's affecting him.
Well, what if we need that in the future, girl?
I got healing spells.
Okay.
Yeah, you yeah, you sign the contract, you go to hand it back, you put your hand out, and he extends his to shake. And you lay on hands, and your hand gets really, really hot, like you're holding a cup of tea that you just poured water into. And the clock starts to shake, and green smoke starts coming out of it, and it bursts apart. And the old man, like, rapidly de-ages, and he looks like a 40-year-old Michael J. Fox at this point. And he looks at you, Morgause, and goes, "What the fuck was that?"
I guess.
Well, now I owe you one.
Yep.
I just want to point out that that's what I was going to do. So,
Yeah.
but like, whatever.
I totally could feel that from you.
And he just kind of looks around the room and doesn't really say anything to you guys. Like, it looks like he's kind of in his own world, and he backs up and walks around for a second, and like the most random assortment of things, like takes his cap off, puts his cap back on, opens a cabinet, closes a cabinet, opens a book, closes a book, goes to a different book, like opens it, reads half a paragraph, like muttering to himself, closes it again, walks to the fireplace and like opens the flue, closes the flue. And like, you guys are looking around, and you even look at Jerome, his bullywog butler, and he's just like, like, he has no clue what's happening. And this guy keeps doing randoms, like he does some more random things like that, like takes a drink of his tea, puts it down, like lifts up the edge of his coffee table, puts it down.
I'm gonna turn to the.
Finally, he rolls back his. What are you gonna say, Moses?
I was gonna say I'm gonna turn to the group. I think this guy has ADHD.
Moses, did you give him a gummy?
I don't, and I try to count the gummies that I have.
And as you're counting the gummies, Moses, he rolls the rug that's on the floor, and rolls it up and rolls it up and rolls it up until it gets about halfway through. And when it gets halfway rolled up, you notice that there's a green glow coming from the other end, and he rolls it all the way up, and there's a glowing green item, and he looks at you guys and says, "My magic's a little bit weird, but I still got it. And he grabs the item from under the rug and looks at you, Moses, and says, I think this belongs to you, my friend.
I'm gonna grab it and inspect it.
It's your Polaroid.
And like a David Blaine magic trick, I'm gonna go, oh!
Black people do love magic.
I love magic.
It's great. Black magic's amazing.
Take an inspiration, Moses. And the Michael J. Fox looks at you guys and says, that kind of stuff always goes off with y'all. I don't mean it like I don't, you know what?
Man, you had to really go.
That sounded a little you people-ish, but
you really had to go there.
You
know,
It's
we better.
okay, Jerome. It's okay.
I mean, your frog's name is Jerome. It's given all types of vibes.
Man, Jerome, I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you, my dog.
Michael J. Fox looks at the bullywog and goes, Jerome! And he holds up, Jerome pulls a mirror out of his pocket and holds it up so Michael J. Fox can look at himself. And he's like,
Yeah, let's go. This guy's weird.
As we're walking out the door, I'm just going to point and say, remember, you owe us one. Stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
So are we going to the beach or?
I guess so. I don't think we have to do that thing. We got our shit. I'm gonna look at the contract, which I hope Morgas walked out with.
I do have it, but I kind of want some treasure.
I mean, but with that, we owe him half. What if we just tear it up and take the whole thing for ourselves?
Well, here's the thing. He owes us now. And not this is we're out of earshot of this motherfucker. I wanna specify.
You guys are out of earshot, but you hear him calling after you, and he's like, I thought we were even because I gave you the thing already.
This motherfucker can hear us.
No,
I'm gonna pause. Hey, let's go. We'll walk even further into fucking town. Fucking ADHD. I got echo sonar.
What did you do to him, girl?
Teo.
So that clock, remember, Darius, the one you tried to touch? It would have made you look like Jerome when we first got, or look like whoever he is once we first got there.
Oh,
You'd been
you thought that I
older
was just gonna touch it. That's why you were stopping me. No, I was going to crush it and break the curse, which is if you would let me do my thing. Everyone knows I would have done that. I turned the line. That's what I was gonna do. That's what I was gonna do.
And from inside your scabbard, you can kind of hear Pierre going, he was not going to do that. I do not believe
I was gonna ask. Thank you, Pierre.
What? Scarslayer, stop!
Maybe if you called Pierre, he'd support you.
I have learned you very well over the last few weeks, and I do not think you're going to do that.
Anyway, I made him young again, so now he owes us forever.
I was gonna make him young.
I don't know. My mom always said you don't want favors from certain types of people.
That's exactly the type of people I want favors from.
So can we go to the beach?
Yeah, let's go to the beach.
Damn, let's go. Shit.
You guys go back to Violet. You all change into your swimsuits. You get whatever amenities you may need because you have hella money now. And why? As we solved this episode through the power of friendship and not violence or combat or puzzles, tell me what happens on our Anime Beach Day episode.
Anime Beach Day.
It's an Anime Beach Day episode.
So we're gonna play with like a ball, and I imagine that Jeff and his lion are going to look for clams because that just seems fitting. And yeah, I'm too high to really notice what anybody else is doing.
I'm trying to build a big sandcastle, but Fluffy Cannon keeps getting excited and running into it as I'm like lifting the bucket.
Yeah.
So it's taking a little bit longer than I'd like, but he's having a great time, and that's really all that matters.
In addition to searching for clams, we definitely do that thing where there's like a big picture and you like put your face in it.
Yeah.
But somebody doesn't take a photo of it. Somebody you have to like hold for like 2 hours as somebody paints it.
We lose Darius and Veritas for a while.
Yeah. Moses?
I'll play volleyball with myself, though. I just run back and forth between each side with the joints in my mouth.
And you guys are enjoying your anime beach day episode, and towards the very end of the day, as the sun sets, a couple of things happen at once. Sadly, we have to say goodbye to Veritas because he doesn't last that long.
I put my hand
He's
on
not the only one.
The look of disappointment in yourself.
When Darius says that, I put my hand on his shoulder. Don't worry, man. It gets better.
Does it?
And you guys pour one out for Veritas. You all start trying to help Morgause build this sandcastle. And the sun is starting to go down, but it's still high enough in the sky that as it gets blocked and it gets dark on the beach, you all look and you notice, and you see really like ridiculously large tentacles coming out of the water. And it's absolutely a kraken. And you all look at it and you say,
Nah.
Mm-mm.
Y'all ready to go?
Yeah.
Kind of want to twerk on that tentacle though.
But we can ask Jan for a poll in the car.
That's true. We could just get one like installed. Just put
Yeah.
it up permanently.
Jan, you can do that, right?
yes, absolutely.
All right, fine, whatever.
Clap yours, Flipper.
And as you guys are all walking away, you hear Pierre quietly like whisper to Darius, "Seduce the kraken, seduce it." Yes.
Okay, not gonna last long, but I'll give it a shot. And then, but
You go to run back, and I think Morgause just stiff arms you.
Just
And you all head back to the wagon and take off for your next town and the last two items.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. We are over the haze. That was a shorter episode than normal, but I love that we solved things through the power of friendship and magic. So, you know.
we've learned over the seasons a little.
Just like that much. And I love that. I love that for us. Say goodnight, Moses.
Good night, Moses. Say good night, Kiki.
Good night, Moses. Say good night, Moses.
good night. I'm. Good night. Say good night, DK.
Good night, everybody.
WB.
Jake, kill us! Kill us, Jake! Oh my god!
Save us.
What are you doing?
Just getting revenge for all the weeks of early
Boy,
sex. Jake's just watching us drown.
This is for every week that we make fun of Jake in the green room. He's like, "I got you, suckers."
Jake's just got his finger over the mouse, like, no, not yet.
Not yet.
Wait. Yeah.